Tell me about yourself. Who is Quinn Meinerz?
All right, well, before we get into that, I brought a special present for you.
You did?
Straight from the homeland, from Whitewater.
Unbelievable.
A nice little Pound the Rock Whitewater shirt.
Did you have to pay for this yourself? Or did they give it to you?
It was an arm and a leg for that.
I can see from your film why you love the game, but tell us why you love playing football.
I love the off-season of football because that's when you get to see people who really do love the game, which is how much you're willing to work out every single day and be disciplined and come into the next season, really ready to go. So that's my kind of favorite part of football.
It's a great answer. I have not heard that answer yet. That's a fantastic answer. With you being a D3 kid, the thing that has to stand out on film is physicality, right? And it definitely shows in watching your film. You're not gonna even get a chance to sniff the NFL unless you're physical. So you're the left guard here, and you're gonna have a double team. And explain your thought process here as you double team and go up to 41 here and just obliterate 41.
The mindset going into this play, we're a backside, so we're gonna call it a queen block here. And I kind of noticed the tackle kind of has initially pre-snap, he's gonna have a hard time reaching it, so I wanna make sure I still get that play side step and then backside foot goes through the crotch. But he plays back a little bit or is late off the ball, but I can still give a chip because the linebacker didn't come down quick enough. And
so one thing that it's important to note here on this double team is you get under his shoulder. So when you get under his shoulder, that lifts 83 up in the air, which allows your tackle to get underneath. If you don't get under that shoulder, you can't just give him like a little wing, but don't rise him up. Your tackle can't come underneath it. That's a really good job here. So now it's about coming off and blocking 41. And what I love what you do here is you trap him.
I wanted to make sure that by the end of the game, he wasn't very excited to compete against me anymore. I mean, you pancake him once, then you fall on top of him.
You got a notebook here too. Look at this. It's fantastic. Just taking notes. That's what I do too, man. Let's watch a pass play here. All right, so let's talk about what you're doing here. So it's a full slide protection. So you have your A gap, you're gonna post here. Good job, good footwork there. See that good strike with your outside arm, you're posting. You're holding tight there, you're kind of keeping it firm, and then why don't you just go kill that guy right there?
Yeah, that's definitely one of those where I probably should have went in and probably, give him a nice little lick, but...
The center's arm's right there too, which is a little bit of a problem, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I waited a little bit too long for him to try to retrace back out, but...
Well, you get here, so now let's watch the hustle here. Watch old 77 get after it. There he goes.
Yeah, that's 4 guys on my dude Wiz. Gotta push the pile, extra yards.
So talk about your training regimen, which has now become legendary, is now on video. So you were at your family's cabin in Ontario?
Yeah, my great uncle Tim owns an island up there in Canada, and it does a Saturday to Saturday fishing camp. So yeah, I spent my 2018 and 2019 summers up there, and this is how I would prepare for the next season.
What are we doing here?
So that's a propane tank. I think it's a little over 100 pounds, something like that. And so all the cabins are ran on propane tanks.
So that just became your workout.
Yeah, it was something to be able to kind of power clean a little bit. Yeah, I set up a rack that I brought up kind of in the middle of the island, and it was the most flat spot I could find.
What did having to train like this teach you about yourself?
It's another one of those moments where it taught me that, how motivated I am inside to just work harder than anybody else.
What did you learn about yourself not having played in 2020?
I think I got really creative and was trying to find any way possible. So part of my journey of learning center was me snapping into garbage cans in my backyard.
Okay.
So I didn't have a quarterback or anything.
Oh, you
like
shotgun
that.
snap, or just
so I was shotgun snapping into a garbage can.
Okay.
So I had to learn center.
Yeah.
And then what I would also do is I had a tripod with a GoPro, and I would GoPro myself snapping. Whether, that day I was doing pass sets, pulling inside zone, and then I would upload those videos to YouTube on my personal channel.
Nice.
And watch myself and critique my film of like, hey, why is the ball going more to the right when I'm trying to go left?
Yeah.
And critique.
When did the NFL get on your radar?
The original thought happened in February of 2019. So after our football season back on campus, we had like the spring day or something like that, where the scouts came in, and I was invited to that, and I was like, really, like kind of Quinn Meinerz in the NFL, kind of, all right, there's a real opportunity here. So ever since that moment, I have really dove into, being a professional.
And what motivates you?
number one motivation is I really enjoy proving people wrong, and also
a lot of fun.
And proving myself right. At the Senior Bowl, that was my greatest accomplishment, because the easy write-off for a small school player is level of competition. And I was like, you know what, screw those guys. They don't know anything about me. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna show it even more so that the level of competition wasn't gonna be an issue for me.
Let's talk about the Senior Bowl. So you were the biggest surprise, biggest winner, whatever you want to say, Senior Bowl, but it kind of came out of nowhere.
I set out a big goal to try to go to the Senior Bowl, and to have it kind of come together was super special to me. And yeah, it was 2 weeks out, and I kind of lost hope at that point. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to the Senior Bowl. This sucks. Like, I have a lot of things I want to prove, but it was cool to have it happen.
What was your first experience, like your first memory of showing up in Mobile?
I was so ready to throw up and cry. It was horrible. And then honestly, a switch. As soon as I got to that locker room, I put my helmet on. I put my helmet on, shoulder pads. I walked out through that tunnel. It was like, I'm confident. I'm gonna rip your face off. Let's go. And I wasn't able to run through a tunnel or anything the whole year. So that was so cool to run through that tunnel, put the helmet on. And I think a lot of people take that moment for granted. And it was special to have that again. Well, I got through the first practice. I think I did pretty good. All right, well, I got to do better tomorrow. This takeoff hopefully it leads me to a solid, on draft day, and I'll be able to celebrate that with my family, because before Senior Bowl, before I got that invite, I'm looking, undrafted 7th round, if 7th round, maybe get drafted. So, and now I think I've solidified a spot with Senior Bowl and Pro Day that I think I have a really solid chance of getting drafted. I'm really happy to have that and celebrate that moment. It's just cool. I'm just really enjoying all this, and I'm loving it, because it's just such a unique opportunity, and I'm enjoying learning as well.
It's been fun getting to know you, because you can tell there's a genuine joy through the process.